Hello and welcome to Post to Post, the channel where we discuss all things hockey and all teams. It's playoff time, and we're here to talk about San Jose versus Edmonton. This is going to be a very interesting series. We have a very tired San Jose Sharks team and a very eager Edmonton team, so it's going to be an interesting series for sure. So they kind of go back and forth here. Edmonton has a better goals for, but San Jose has a better goals against. So it could be a really even series. How do you feel about this one?
Well, I feel that the San Jose Sharks are next to the Penguins for playing the most hockey in the past year. You know, they did ultimately lose in the Stanley Cup final to the Penguins, which means they played hockey for a long duration last year. And San Jose Sharks, if you look at their lineup compared to the Oilers, are a lot older team. And I really think, a little bit of fatigue might be setting in with this club, unfortunately. So maybe that can play into the Oilers' advantage.
Yeah, definitely. And we have to take in consideration the World Cup. San Jose, I think, possibly had the most players that were attended the World Cup.
Oh, there's a lot.
So, they played a lot of hockey and they're looking a little tired. So let's move on to the ranking system we have in place. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I wanted to break the ranking system down into 6 categories that could really sum up an entire team. Whether you're the goalie, whether you're the most offensive forward, or a guy chugging minutes on the fourth line, you will fall into one of these categories.
Yeah.
So they're offense, defense, goaltending, grit, speed, and overall experience. So let's start with the Edmonton Oilers and offense. Now, they had McDavid, the only guy in the NHL this year with a 100-point season, so we have to take note of that. They had 5 guys with over 20 goals on their club. So
that's
to
huge.
me, yeah, that was definitely huge. They're not really looking at 2 top performers in order to put the puck in the net. They are getting some goal scoring from deep down in their lineup, so that's great to see. They were 8th in win percentage, and then, of course, we have to say it, they're back in the playoffs. A decade-long drought is over. So in total, I gave them a 4 and 5.
I gave them a 4 or 5 as well. Connor McDavid is the most offensively gifted player in the league. I don't even know if that's arguable right now. He's just, he's on fire. He's incredible. So 4 out of 5 for me, and like you said, they have multiple 20-plus goal scorers, so that's huge.
Yeah. So defense next, 3 on 5 for me. They're not really a very experienced blue line at all, and I think I'm being really generous with the 3 on 5.
Yeah, I was going to say the exact same thing, actually. We don't agree on everything, like I said before on this channel and in some of these videos, but so far so good. A 3 out of 5 for me, too.
Nice. So goaltending next, Talbot, 73 games. He's played this year.
That's massive.
Play over 70 games, wow.
Yeah.
You have to question the fatigue factor, but you look at the guy and you wouldn't think he would ever be fatigued.
He's good to go.
Yeah, this guy can just play game in, game out, and it doesn't seem to phase him. It's almost as if he gets better.
Yeah.
But the more games
it's
he
like
plays.
a Martin Brodeur. He used to play so many games, and he never
Yeah,
retired.
I mean, to me, he's the key component next to McDavid. If something ever happened to Talbot, this team, would sadly be done, unfortunately. But hey, the guy's playing amazing, and he is a big reason why they are where they are. So as long as he keeps that up, they're a 3.5 out of 5 from me.
I gave them 4. I think Talbot's been one of the best goalies in the league, and he's played so much hockey, and he hasn't looked tired, and I don't think we're going to see him be tired anytime soon. So 4 out of 5 for me.
Nice. So grit, they had 3 guys with over 200 hits this year. Isn't that something?
That's crazy.
And then if we include those guys as well, they had 7 with over 100. So they can be a very physical team. However, I don't think that is their strong suit, and they need to play into their strong suit, and that would be their offense ability. So I gave them a 3 on 5 because I don't think they're going to be as gritty in the playoffs. Because they don't have to be.
I'm going to disagree a little bit. I think they have to be a gritty team if they want to beat San Jose, and I think they will step up. I think they will step up to the plate there. I'm going to give them 4 out of 5 in the grit category.
Yeah. Well, the other reason, too, with the 3 on 5 for me is Pittsburgh proved last year you can beat San Jose with speed alone. And that's why I think Edmonton's going to play into the offense quite a bit. It's their strongest capability, and they have arguably the greatest player in the game today. So I think they're going to tone down the grit a little bit in the playoffs. Could be wrong, though. So speed, they had 14 guys with over 20 takeaways this year. And to me, they are in the top 3 for fastest teams in the NHL. So I gave them a 4.5 out of 5.
Well said. I went the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, full 5 stars for Edmonton in the speed category. Full 5.
Nice. I don't think I gave a full 5 on anything for anyone. Cool. Yeah, I don't like giving full 5s. So overall experience for me, this is hands down their weakest area. They have a lot of guys on this team. This is going to be their first taste of playoff action. I bet you they can't wait, to get playing again, but it's going to hurt them really big, because you look at San Jose, they went to the Cup final last year. They have a lot of experience, and the Oilers really don't have any, to be honest. So 2.5.
Well, I can't argue with you there, and for that reason, this might shock you a little bit. You already know my pick here, but no stars. 0 stars. Yep, I went for it. Don't judge me too much. Wait until my prediction later. You might feel a little bit better, but yeah, no stars for experience. I just couldn't do it.
Man, maybe I'm being too kind.
Maybe I'm being too mean. I don't know.
So in total, I had 18 out of 30.
And I had 20 out of 30.
Nice.
Sorry, so let's move on to San Jose next.
San Jose. Now, here's a team, like I said earlier, they went right to the Cup final last year. And, you look at it, the majority of that team is still intact, so that really plays into their advantage a little bit. So for offense, I did a 3 on 5.
I gave them 4. I think they have a lot of depth scoring, and I think that even though they are tired, they'll be able to put up the numbers.
Nice. So defense, they were 18th on the penalty kill this year. I was a little surprised. I honestly thought they'd be a little higher on the penalty kill, as well as, really doing what needs to get done on the blue line. They kind of faltered a little bit, which shocked me. So 3 on 5 for me.
You know what? I went full 5. I think San Jose has one of the best defensive cores in the league, and I think they're going to shut down Edmonton very well. It's going to be Edmonton's one of the most offensively gifted teams against one of the best defensively gifted teams in San Jose, so it's going to be an interesting dynamic there. But you know what? Full 5 out of 5 for me.
Nice. So goaltending, I did a 3 on 5. Now, if you look at a guy like Jones last year, he was incredible.
Yeah, he was
incredible in the playoffs. But I don't know. I just get this feeling that he might not be able to do it again this year. I just don't see that magical spark this year that I did last year. So 3 on 5, unless it changes.
Well, there's nothing wrong with gut feelings. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
I gave him a 3.5. I think Jones is a pretty respectable and capable goalie, and 3 out of 5, or 3.5 out of 5. Sorry.
Nice. So Grit, they had 4 guys with over 100 hits this year. So that was quite impressive. So 3 on 5 for Grit. I don't look at San Jose and see the most gritty team by any means, but they can pull it off when they need to. So 3 on 5.
I felt that they were pretty gritty last year. I wouldn't say they're the most gritty team in the league, but they're definitely not. But I gave them a 4 for this.
Yeah. So for speed, 12 guys with over 30 takeaways this year, but I don't look at San Jose as the most speedy team either. And I think Edmonton is just going to be flying compared to San Jose in this series. And that's where, to me, Edmonton has the biggest edge, their speed.
Yeah.
3 on 5.
Yeah, I gave them 3.5, a little bit higher than you. I feel like they do have a few quick guys, but overall, I just couldn't give them any more than 3.5. I almost gave them 3.
Next up, for overall experience, I went 4 on 5. I honestly thought about a 4.5 or maybe even a full 5, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it.
Couldn't do it, eh?
No, I couldn't. I did 4 on 5. I mean, come on. They did go to the Cup final last year. They have guys that have a ton of playoff games under their belts, and they know what it takes in order to get there. And unfortunately, last year, they just couldn't cash in on the moment. So 4 on 5.
I went full 5 out of 5 here, based on the sole fact that they went to the Stanley Cup Finals last year. They do have a lot of the same guys. There wasn't too much of a lineup change, so I went full 5 here.
Nice. So in total, I was 19 on 30 for the San Jose Sharks.
And for me, I was 25 out of 30, the highest rating I've given any team so far.
Nice. I believe Edmonton is going to take this series in 6 games, and the reason why I'm predicting this is based on how Pittsburgh beat them in the Cup final last year. Speed. Edmonton has the speed. San Jose will not be able to contain it.
I totally agree. We don't agree on everything, but that's something I agree with. My pick, if you look at mine, 20 for Edmonton, 25 for San Jose. Statistically, you'd think that I would pick San Jose, and they're also my second favorite team, so this is really hard to say this, but my pick is Edmonton. I think Edmonton's going to win this series in 6. I think you said 6 too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
6.
I think it's Edmonton in 6. So that's a kind of maybe a bold prediction. Who knows? But we'll see. We weren't the only ones who made predictions. My dad made a video too, predicting who he thought was going to be the winner. So let's check that out.
The Edmonton Oilers and the San Jose Sharks. The Edmonton Oilers won the season series 3-2 over San Jose, but it's interesting to see when those games actually happen. The last 3 games are the ones that Edmonton won. So they're a team that improved throughout the year and was able to handle San Jose quite nicely. They've got Connor McDavid, who hit the 100-point mark over the weekend, the last weekend of the regular season. They've got Draisaitl. They've got Cam Talbot in goal, who's a good asset for them. On the other hand, San Jose has some great pieces as well. They've got Brent Burns, likely the best defenseman in the league. They've got Pavelski, but they do have injuries as well. On the power play, their performance has gone down as the season has gone on, and I think they've fallen off quite badly. and I think they're in a funk, and I don't know if they can get out of that funk in time before they get past the Edmonton Oilers. So I'm going to call this one for Edmonton, and I hope I'm right. I want the Oilers to do well, and I think it's going to be Edmonton in 6.
All right, so now you've heard from all of us, myself, my dad, and Justin, all our predictions. Now it's your turn. Let us know down below in the comments, who do you think is going to win this series and in how many games? Any closing remarks for this series?
I am excited as hell to see McDavid in the playoffs and see what he can do. I don't believe San Jose is going to give him the luxuries that a lot of teams have in the regular season, just kind of, letting him go a bit on the rush. I really think they're going to be on him physically. They're not going to give him a lot of time. So it's going to be up to McDavid to be creative in other ways. And I'm just really curious to see how he adapts to it, because this is his first taste of playoffs. So I'm excited for it.
I'm just as excited to see McDavid. I think it's going to be amazing to see. But I'm more excited actually to see the playoff atmosphere in the new Edmonton Arena and all those fans. Yep. Edmonton has some of the best fans in the league, and that place is gonna go crazy, and I can't wait. So that pretty much wraps up this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you're new here, we hope you hit the subscribe button. We're very happy with all the new subscribers recently, and enjoy seeing new comments in the comment section. So if this is your first video, hit the subscribe button. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button too, and otherwise we'll see you in the next video. Adios.